Oh, hi, and welcome back to That's English.
Hello, everyone.
Samantha, what are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to decide where I'd like to live, but London is so big.
Well, maybe I can help. I know London pretty well.
Well, I want a friendly neighbourhood with local bars and shops, quite close to a park and leisure centre, with a view of the river and near a tube station.
It won't be easy to find somewhere affordable with all those conditions.
Well, what do you think of this area?
That area's a bit dodgy. It's not very safe at all. I've heard it's got a high crime rate. Let's watch today's episode. You might see a place you like.
Ah, yes. Karen's friend Sue also wants to find a flat like me.
While you watch, answer this question. How does Karen help Sue in her search for a new flat?
The area looks nice. But why do you want to move?
Well, it takes me an hour and a half to get to work from where I live at the moment. I'm up at 6 in the morning and I don't get home till 7:30 at the earliest.
Yes, that's a long day.
Exactly. And I live so far away from the station and there isn't much street lighting. I don't really feel safe walking home on my own.
Is that area a bit dodgy now?
Well, there have been a lot of break-ins lately. Last week there was one quite near me and then another one further down the road.
So where are the flats exactly? Are they closer to your work?
They're in the Docklands. Work would only be about 10 minutes away by train. I'm going to see a flat there on Saturday. Will you come with me?
All right.
This is really nice. Look, we're here. There's the river. That's the station right in front of the flats. And further west, there's a park. Here.
Oh, yes. That's one of the most beautiful parks in London. And it's only a short distance away, I think.
And apparently there's a cycle route to West London.
You could do that if you had a bike.
Well, you never know. If I lived here, I might buy a bike.
So, Sue. Can I call you Sue?
Yes, of course.
As you can see, the flat is situated in a prime location and quite close to 2 tube stations. Bond Street is a 15-minute train ride away on the Jubilee line.
Great for shopping.
And the leisure centre, located opposite the apartment building, has one of the most modern gyms in London.
Imagine having a gym just in front of where you live.
Is there a local market?
Well, there's talk of a street market.
So in other words, there isn't one.
But just listen a moment.
I can't hear anything.
Exactly. This is an extremely quiet neighbourhood, one of the most peaceful areas in London. Lots of green spaces.
Maybe it's too peaceful. It's dead at the weekend.
What do you mean?
Well, everybody goes to central London at the weekend. If there aren't many people around, you won't feel very safe at night.
Oh, but the crime rate is much lower here than other areas, and it's a lovely flat, isn't it?
Yes. But it's a shame it's not near the river.
But the closer you are to the river, the more expensive the rent is.
Yes, I know, but...
I'll tell you what, Sue. That building has a roof terrace just 3 floors above the flat you saw. It is only for residents, but if you had time, I could get the key and I could show you a view of the river.
Karen and Sue visited the Docklands area of London. What did you think of it?
It looks a bit dead. There was no one around.
Well, let's take a look at our question. How does Karen help Sue in her search for a new flat?
That's one of the most beautiful parks in London. And it's only a short distance away. Maybe it's too peaceful. It's dead at the weekend.
What do you mean?
Well, everybody goes to central London at the weekend. If there aren't many people around, you won't feel very safe at night.
So, Karen helps Sue by pointing out the good points of the area, such as the park, and the bad points, such as it being dead at the weekend.
In the video, we heard the two friends making hypotheses.
You could do that if you had a bike.
Well, you never know. If I lived here, I might buy a bike.
If you had time, I could get the key.
If you could afford it, would you buy a flat in the Docklands?
Well, I might. If you were interested, I could ask my cousin. He's just moved there.
I don't think so, but thanks. Now, in part 2, Sue and Karen are checking out the area, and Karen compares it to her own neighbourhood.
As you watch, think about this question. How would you describe Karen's relationship with the people in her area?
Let's get some lunch. I'm starving. Where shall we go?
If I lived here, I'd know where to go. Come on, let's ask someone. Excuse me?
What's wrong with him?
Excuse me, we're looking for somewhere to eat.
Oh, I don't know. I never eat around here.
Not very friendly around here, are they? You know, the more I see of this place, the less I like it.
Come on, that's only 2 people.
The only 2 people in the street, apart from us, and they were both a bit rude.
I like this area, though. It's much closer to the centre than where I live now. If I lived here, I could stay in town after work without that long journey afterwards.
Yes. Oh, look. There's a sandwich bar just down the road. Let's go there. Well, that wasn't very good. And very expensive for a sandwich.
That flat was lovely. And look, there's some bigger flats available with 2 bedrooms. Just 2 blocks from here. Would you be interested in sharing with me?
I don't know. There's something very impersonal about the place.
What's so great about where you live?
Well, if I lived here, I might miss my friendly neighbourhood. And there are some nice local shops and restaurants.
But what about the nightlife? You're so near the centre here.
I don't go into the centre much for entertainment. And anyway, maybe the area isn't as affordable as you think. Everything seems more expensive here.
Evening, Karen.
Hi, Jim. How's your back?
I went for a massage, but I think it's done more harm than good.
Yes, well, you have to be careful when you're working in the garden.
Evening, Karen. Have you had a good day?
Yeah. I've been to see a flat with a friend over by Canada Water.
You're not leaving us, are you?
No, I don't think so. It didn't feel as friendly as here. It certainly made me appreciate where I live.
How long have you been living here?
Oh, about 4 years now.
The thing is, the longer you live in a place, the harder it is to leave.
Very true. Maybe it's not the most fashionable place to live, but people are so friendly and it feels like a real community.
And there are shops really nearby that stay open late.
Exactly. Bye, Jess. Oh, hi, Sue. No, I don't think so. I think I've got everything I need here. And anyway, if I lived in a flat, I'd miss the garden, and that's one of the best things about living here.
Karen lives in a nice neighbourhood. I'd like to find an area like that.
So how would you describe Karen's relationship with the people in her area?
Evening, Karen. Have you had a good day?
Yeah. I've been to see a flat with a friend over by Canada Water.
You're not leaving us, are you?
No, I don't think so. It didn't feel as friendly as here.
Karen has a friendly relationship with them.
It seems much friendlier than the area they visited.
Did you notice some of the expressions they use to talk about the area?
You know, the more I see of this place, the less I like it.
The longer you live in a place, the harder it is to leave.
We use a double comparative to show the cause and effect of something.
For example, the closer you are to the river, the more expensive the property is.
And the further away you are from the city centre, the cheaper the property is. By the way, I never asked you, but why are you moving flat?
My area has gone downhill recently. It's not as nice as it used to be, and it's lost that community feel. And there aren't enough leisure facilities.
What a pity. Now, we asked some people in the street, what do you like about the place where you live? And what would you like to change?
We live in quite a rural area, and it's a village environment. It's we have neighbourhood watch, and we all look out for one another, so it's quite nice. Everybody knows one another.
It's a fantastic community area. There's so much going on, and there's lots to do. I'm very sporty. The countryside is near. There's lots of shops. There's cafes. There's a new cinema coming, and it's just a very friendly, pleasant sort of environment to live in. And it's got history to it, and I love history as well.
It's comfortable. Quite decent people, good facilities. I lived in a village for quite a long period of time, and I live in a town now. I really like having restaurants and pubs and bars, things like that handy.
The one thing probably I don't like is it's got busier and busier over the years, so sometimes it's just getting a little bit too crowded, but it might be to do with age and the fact that I'm getting on a little bit.
Well, just recently we've had a few muggings in the village, and that's really sad because that's all come as a bit of a shock to us. So that's sort of put a bit of a dark cloud over things.
One bugbear is probably litter. We've got a few fast food restaurants, and the people who buy the fast food don't seem to bother where they actually deposit their rubbish.
It's gone downhill a little bit over time, purely from, I think, various local authorities' decisions to take space out to large chains, as it were. So we're losing independent shops.
So, a sense of community is very important to people.
And having good facilities, like shops and cafes.
Did you hear the man say bugbear? That means something that irritates you.
Yes, his bugbear was people leaving rubbish in the streets.
Well, Samantha, if you need any advice with your flat hunt, let me know. That's all for today. See you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
So, where is it that you think I should move to
I
then?
think you should move to Camberwell. Very upmarket.